Welcome to Here's the Problem. I'm your host, Leopold, and today we're going to be talking about the Oscars. So basically, the Oscars happened last night, and there were some interesting entries. Now, let's start off with Best Picture. Let's start off with that. Now, my thoughts on it were, I liked how Parasite won, but here's the problem. Parasite has subtitles. Subtitles are hard. But I kind of like how a self-created film won. Like, I really like how not a North American film won, but just from a different side of things. I really like that. I thought 1917 was going to win because everybody thought that, but that was wrong in the end. Now let's go to actor and leading role. Now, I kind of knew Joaquin Phoenix was going to win. And by the way, can I just say something? He had a great speech. But the problem is, he didn't get enough awards. Like, the movie Joker didn't get enough awards. Like, seriously. That's the problem with it, is that's the only award that they got. I mean, I guess Adam Driver could have won, but, who even likes Adam Driver? Plenty of people do, but I don't care. Now, let's go into actor in supporting role. For this, I chose Tom Hanks for A Beautiful Day in the Neighborhood. But Brad Pitt won. My mom would not be quiet about Brad Pitt winning. Like, seriously, I had to listen to screaming and screaming. But, I mean, Brad Pitt, I haven't seen the movie personally myself, but he looks like a good role to play. But yeah, I kind of wish Tom Hanks would win, because the problem is that I like actors whenever time they play people that aren't around anymore, and they do an amazing job. Yeah. Now we're on to actress in leading role. I originally chose Scarlett Johansson, but everybody knew that Well was gonna win because everybody knew that she was gonna win. But that's the problem with it. Too predictable. Needs to be unpredictable next time, but I still think she deserved to win. Now for supporting actress role thing, I was again voting for Scarlett Johansson, but apparently Len DeVoe and for Marriage Story, I guess that makes sense. I mean, I haven't seen the movie personally myself, but but the problem is that I didn't get it right. That's a problem. And the other problem is the fact that, the problem was that I got wrong. For animated feature, sadly, Toy Story 4 won. Like, I thought Toy Story 4 was good, but here's the problem. Missing Link did not win. Now, did Missing Link not win because from a small studio? Sure. But maybe because of the Golden Globe entry? I'm not sure. But Missing Link totally deserved to win. Like, seriously, I don't care. No one cared that Toy Story 4 won. Like, people wanted I Lost My Body, Claws, Missing Link, or possibly even How to Train Your Dragon The Hidden World to win, because Toy Story 4, everybody knew that was gonna win. Because every entry in the franchise, I think, has won an Oscar. And I'm just getting sick of it. Like, seriously, I Lost My Body. Haven't really seen too much of it, but it looks amazing. And also the movie Claws, beautifully traditional style animation. Missing Link, just beautiful film overall. But on the bright side, there's no Frozen 2. And also about Toy Story 4, everybody in the crowd of the Oscars was kind of like toned down because everybody was predicting it. And I think people would have liked it if some of the other films won. For cinematography, 1917 won. No, I haven't really seen it, but I've seen a lot of the sets, and I'm sorry, but Joker had really good stuff. Like, seriously, that one shot of, like, his overview when he was lying down, like, you had everything there, like, the G thing, the card, the book, everything was there. It just looked so perfect. But that's the problem with it. The fact that 1917 won. Now, 1917 has won too many awards. Too many. And also, what the heck is the Lighthouse? I swear, lighthouses do not have cinematography in it. I'm just kidding. Of course they do. Now, for costume design, Little Women won. Now, I can kind of see that. I like the costume designs, but personally, I kind of like Jojo Rabbit's costume designs better. Because I was originally going to choose Joker, but then I realized, wait, it's not really that original too much. But the Little Women one is very good. But the big problem is the fact that Once Upon a Time in Hollywood and The Irishman and Joker, they have just regular clothes on. Like, that's a big problem. It needs to be super detailed. So, for directing Parasite one, which I guess is understandable. I don't know, I just really like Joker's directing. But the biggest problem with this is the fact that they have the same films for Best Picture as directing. Like, seriously, why is there so many films the same? Like, I get their directing's good, but here's the problem. Joker's directing, they made him walk too much. Seriously, like, walking too much. They made him walk too much. That's the problem with this. Then there is documentary. Now, personally, American Factory one, like, I get it. It's about a factory. But the problem is the fact that they nominated the Cave. I think that's what it says. Now, the problem with The Cave is that it's called The Cave. That's the big problem with it. And also, Honeyland didn't win. Now, Honeyland's amazing. I've seen the first 2 seconds of it, and it's amazing. You should all see it. Then there was documentary short subject. Now, skateboarding one, which it actually looks pretty good. I haven't seen any of them, but the one I voted for was Walking, Run, Cha-Cha, because I don't know, thought the sound of that sounded really interesting, but I lost. And the big problem is the fact that one of the titles has Superman in the title. Like, seriously, big problem. Now, for film editing, Ford versus Ferrari one, I chose that one just because, like, the film editing is really good, like the racetrack scene and stuff, really good. But the big problem is the fact that they haven't changed any of the movies. Like, sure, the other ones might not have had as good film editing, but come on, can you just have something different other than this? Well, look at Ford vs. Ferrari one. So, international film. I couldn't think of anything to say on this, to have a problem for it. So really not much else to say about this other than I think this category is pretty good. Makeup and hairstyling. Do you know what the problem with this is the fact that most of these don't even have makeup in it. The only one that had makeup was Joker. And that one actually had good makeup and good hairstyling. But no, Bombshell just had to win. That had no makeup. Like, seriously. Why couldn't that movie have makeup to be in the category? So, original score. Now, okay, I will admit, Joker's original score was actually pretty good. But do you know what the big problem is? Is the fact that Star Wars, they keep getting nominated, but they never win. The last time that they won, I think they won like in the 70s or 80s. But seriously, like, why have this as a section every single time, but not nominate it? Like for winning. Now for production design, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, that one kind of deserved to win. But do you know what the problem is the fact that I don't even know what this category is. I'm still confused with what this category is. After all this time, I was trying to figure out what it was, but I still can't figure out what this category is. Short film animated, hairstyling one. No, wait, not hairstyling, but hair love. Now, I gotta admit, that was pretty good. But do you know what the problem was? The problem is the fact that the, 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 the. You know what I'm gonna say? You know what I'm gonna say? Huh? You know what I'm gonna say? The fact that some of these are not on YouTube. So how are you gonna watch them? Like, they're not on the DVD. They're only played once in the theater and none of else. You never get to see them again. Short film live action. The winner was The Neighbor's Window. That's one I voted for. But you know what the problem is? The fact that all these are over like 20 minutes long. Now for sound editing, Ford versus Ferrari one. That one deserved to win. Had some pretty good sound effects. But you know what the problem is? The fact that Avengers Endgame wasn't nominated. Like, seriously, that one had great sound editing. And wasn't on there for some reason. For sound mixing, I will agree that 1917, it sounded like it had good sound mixing, but, you know, Ad Astra had good sound mixing as well, and Joker did. That's the only problem with it. Now, for visual effects, I wanted Avengers Endgame to win. Like, seriously, that water scene was amazing, and all the superpowers, all the CGI. But do you know what the problem is? The fact that they nominated The Lion King. Like, seriously, why? Why did they have to nominate that film? Now, for adapted screenplay, Jojo Rabbit, yeah, that makes sense. But do you know what the problem is? For some reason, I just don't feel like that Joker should have been on here for adapted screenplay. Like, sure, it's a character, but that's just it. The character, like, all the other stuff makes sense. But Joker it's just the character, not the story or anything. Now for original screenplay, it makes sense that Parasite won. Knives Out, why was it on there? Like, seriously, it was just a caper film. Not much else about it. 1917, it was just a war movie. Probably had a story, but I didn't watch it. Marriage Story was just them arguing for an hour or two. I don't know. Haven't seen it. I thought Once Upon a Time in Hollywood was going to win. But, yeah, Parasite. Congratulations, Parasite. And that's all the Oscars stuff go through. Overall, this was a good nomination. I had fun watching it. The red carpet was the best part. Because, you know, the red carpet was getting destroyed. Also, why did it take them 2 hours just to get to the Feather, yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Feather just took them so long, but I did enjoy watching it. This is Here's the Problem. I'm Leopold, and bye.